Okay, guys. So as you probably could tell, if you're one of the real ones, as you could tell, I am an emotional wreck, right? I have all these emotional issues and stuff, but I've changed so much, and I've something like. Have you ever literally experienced or like experimented on yourself to like do experiments with like to see how you react and like because when I go back and watch my old content, it's like I don't know, it's weird to me because sometimes when I watch myself play, I can't believe it's me playing. It's like who's this guy? I don't the me I remember is just the lame kid that played video games, and I was just a casual. Like, yeah, I took video games seriously. That was my life for a long time. The video games has been my life for the longest, ever since, because I always looked up to my brother, and I got into like I wanted to be just like my brother, and I got into video games because of him at a young age. PlayStation One, GameCube, and all that, because he would make me play with him and stuff, or not make me, but he'd ask me to and get me to play with him. He got me into it, like I said, and yeah, I've realized in some of my videos, like, yeah, truly how like human beings truly are interesting. Did you know that you yourself, if you're watching this, you are magical in some way, believe it or not. So, and I know that's gonna sound ridiculous at first. So imagine you were to so like people who get surgeries and or let's say because I guess that's they kind of naturally stitch that up. It's more but if you were to get a cut, surgery, whatever it is, or if you're to like say if you were to get a gash on your arm, eventually it would heal over. It's not like what do you think makes you heal? What do you think makes you like the human body is truly interesting. The fact how we function and see things and like so our eyes are basically like 6K cameras, like 8K, like the next like generation. And our brains are almost as if like they're a database, like how Google stores things. Our brain stores things the same way Google does. And like I've had an if you go on my Facebook page, I've been with Demon Slaying Incorporated since 2012, and I've wanted to make my own manga or anime story for the longest time. And I have my own characters and all this, and like I said, if you go to my thing, Demon Slaying Incorporated since 2012. So I was coming to a bigger point. I don't want to cut this out. I can't cut it out. I don't know how to do all the fancy edits and whatnot, but um I was trying to get but basically just long story short, I've changed a lot, guys. I'm going to try to keep this as short and simple as possible because I know, the human's attention span is very short. I know that from experimenting on myself. Like, if I'm sitting there watching a video, I'll be so distracted. I'll be like, oh, all right, I'm watching Apex videos. I'll be like, oh, I need to click off this video. I need to play Apex right now. And I don't even finish the video. Or I'm watching a TV show and I realize, oh my God, there's a new thing in Apex. Let me get, or oh, I gotta go do this today. I gotta do that. And usually my mind's on like a thousand things at once. I can't. It's hard for me to focus on one thing. Oh shit, do I have ADHD or something? I don't know fully what's wrong with me, like mentally and eternally. I know what's wrong with me on the outside. I mean, I can tell what's wrong with me on the outside, but not on the inside. Well, I guess kind of. Like I said, I've done experiments, and when I watch my old content, I see the way that I talk and react, and like if you watch some of my videos, like the video titled "I Am Wraith," when I'm just singing and happy and dancing, you could tell the moment that I go from Joshua to Pride. And like you could tell it from my facial expression. If you have you gotta have attention to detail. Like, like if you watch a movie, like there's just certain things in there. Like now when I watch things like movies or TV shows or other things, like I understand every little detail from things because recently or just for a while now, like I try to understand things from other people's perspective, and my cigarette went out. But yeah, I try to understand things from people's perspective, and like I literally, like Eminem says in a song, "Beautiful." Like, you'd have to walk 1,000 miles in my shoes or something like that. Just feel your pain, you feel mine. Go inside each other's minds just to see. Be like to, but don't let them say you. You know, and I have many talents. I'm truly a blessing from God. I wasn't supposed to be born, guys. Uh, Apparently I was like a miracle baby or whatever. I don't know, like something about like women things when like I don't know. All I know is I wasn't supposed to be born. I wasn't planned, you know? And hmm, I truly feel like I was chosen almost. Like you see everybody's chosen in their own way. You guys are just like me. You guys are also chosen. You know, and I always pressure myself at saving the world, and I got to realize, I am human. I'm not actually Wraith like I want to be. I'm not actually, Pride from my anime. I'm not Asu like I want to be. I'm not Toosh like I want to be. Shout out, and I've learned in life that evil is what you make it. And everything I've been through and the things that people have put me through has shaped me in what I am today. Like I'm so strong mentally because yeah, like although I'm human too, so I have emotions. I get sad. Everybody's human. These YouTubers, they're not just, oh, that's a guy I watch. I look up to him. That's another human being. They have emotions. Believe it or not, they use the bathroom just like we do. They have to eat just like we do. They're not machines. And all those other YouTubers, though, you don't see what goes behind the scenes. You only see them as a content creator. You don't see the actual true them. Or maybe that's what they are in real life. You never know until you actually meet them. But I highly doubt, like, if you go to a fan meet and Mr. Beast is there, he'll shake your hand, he'll talk to you, he'll probably even give you $100, but he's not gonna, he doesn't have time to just talk to you all day. And it's like becoming famous to me is scary because, well, like I said before in the streams and stuff, like I'll have to pick and choose who I talk to and play with and reply to. And so that's why I like addressing everything. Like I hate addressing individuals and saying like, oh yeah, thank you to a specific person because like if I address one person, then I have to address everybody. And if there's 20, 30 people, it's literally going to be the same message over and over. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. This and that. So I like to address everything at once. But as I said, evil is what you make it. And like I've realized, shout out to Sword Doll 2, shout out to all the Sword Boys, shout out to all my quote unquote haters. Regardless of the fact if they're hating or not or disliking the videos, they're still watching it. It's still giving me support in some way. And like Daltouche, like like I always took it as he was a bad guy. And yeah, it was toxic, it was rude of him, it made me feel bad. I'm emotional. He shouldn't have done that, and that's not the kind of person you want to be as a content creator or a streamer. It's just no offense to Touche. I know everybody has their own way of doing things, but that's the thing. He didn't know who I was, what I was going through. He thought I was just some random that didn't even know him. But no, I watch his videos. That's the thing. He thought, oh, this is a random player. They'll never see this. They'll never see me reply. But no, little did he know I look up to him. Yeah, I want to be just like you, Touche. And if this somehow gets over to Sword Doll Touche or any of the Sword Boys or anybody in the Apex community, I want to squash the beef. Technically, there was no beef in the first place. Like I never really had a problem with Doll Touche until like he called me ass and he called my two friends and subscribers ass, which is not really nice. You see, that's what makes me so heated about it. Like it wasn't just me he was talking like that he said that to. It was my team, and those two people on my team were my friends and my subscribers. Ghost Trooper and Fernando, they have emotions. They're not just ass. They're not just kids. And but in the end, I realized Daltouche isn't a bad person because even if he's toxic, people come to his channel, right? And they take the time out of their day to watch his content, and they genuinely feel entertained or happy, and they laugh and they smile. Like I don't know if they're like if because I've been getting lots of, I always get hate, and I don't know if I addressed this earlier, but I got so much hate on this thing. It got awkward because I wasn't replying to any of them. It just kept stacking up, and it got awkward. It got weird. It was like I don't even know these guys, who they are, and they just keep on going. And it made me feel famous because I feel like I already am famous in the Apex community. Like all the Sword Boys know me. Lots of other Apex content creators know me. people in the Apex. Yeah, I'm pretty well known. My video on Facebook had over 120,000 views. I would have never known this if it wasn't thanks to Mr. Gabriel, the guy that I talked about. But yeah, that video is coming out tomorrow. That's for another day, another time. Regardless of the fact that, like I said, I have no enemies, and even if you lose me as a friend, doesn't mean you gain me as an enemy. I truly wish the best for anybody that has wronged me. I wish the best for anybody that has blocked me out of their life, because in the end, all I cared for was their happiness, you know? If they're happy, I could be happy too, because it's hard for me to be happy knowing, like, oh, like, I was never selfish. That was my biggest issue emotionally and mentally. I was never selfish. I always had the idea of, oh, I want to be a superhero. You know, I want to save the world. I want to save other people, but I have to save myself. You know? I'm trying to help people that don't even need my help, honestly. And, like, I guess in the end, I'm the one that needs saving. But I've been working on that. And, you know? I've been working on my mentality and positivity, like, and yeah, like the human body, it's truly interesting because, um, you know, your brain, literally, you grow and you improve over time. Think about it. At one point in time, you was a baby. You weren't even a baby. You didn't have a physical form at all at some point. At some point, you did not have a physical form. This is something you guys got to realize. Humans are truly interesting and magical, and it's beyond me. We're truly a work of God, and like everybody's a work of art. Everybody's unique. Everybody's, you know, even for the people that, you know, bully me and stuff and treat me like shit, you know, I wouldn't wish bad upon them. It's not like, you know, because like I truly thought about it, and it was like, would I wish these people dead? Would I wish bad upon these people? And I was like, damn, no. I want to see them eaten. You know, I want to see them succeed. I just don't want to see them at my table. Shout out to Tupac. There's a line from Tupac. Just because you gain me as enemy, or just because you lost me as a friend, doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. I want to see you eating, but not at my table. Tupac Shakur. Shout out to him. And you know, all these people, like I was saying earlier, these people in these video games aren't just video games to people like me. To some people, it's, you know, a lot of people on here, I'm sure a lot of you are casual players. And like you guys just play to have fun. And I play because it's my only escape from the world. I play because it makes me happy. I play Apex Legends because I get to be Wraith. I get to think that I'm like Wraith and think in her mind for once. And like be, you know, I look up to Wraith. And even though she's a fictional character, she's my friend. And like if she was ever real, you know, I'd take a bullet for Wraith, or, you know, any of these people that I see in TV shows. Shit, I'd take a bullet for Iron Man. Wouldn't you? You know? I'd take a bullet for Touche. Daltouche, man, we needed, like, I know, like, we never really had a problem with each other in the end, you know? We never really actually got the chance to talk before you blocked me on Instagram. Cough, cough. And I understand, I mean, you're too busy for that shit. You don't have time to message me out of all of your 50,000 subs, you know? And, but someday, if I ever blow up Touche, like, I'm gonna think back to this moment when I made this video and be like, damn, I never thought I'd actually meet this man, because I want to meet you. I've always looked up to you, and I know I got drunk and I said that we'd fight or whatever, but you know, I only want to fight you in Apex, not in real life, man. And I got drunk. I was acting silly. I just get, like I said, I'm super emotional. I'm an emotional wreck. I am garbage. I'm trash. I'm ass. I'm whatever you want to label me as. But in the end, you know, I care for myself. And I never actually cared for myself. Like I said, I was never selfish enough. When it's not a good thing to be super selfish. It's like I'm self-absorbed, like I only care about myself. It's the fact that I never cared for myself. So I'm gonna start, you know, focusing on myself and my mental health and just everything about me, improving myself to be, I need to be the best me possible. So that way when I come back, when I start making Apex content again, I could be better than ever. I will get to rank 1. I haven't given up on rank 1. The only reason why I'm not on Apex right now on the grind is because I have to get a new internet service provider, long story short. And, you know, if not, I would have been on the grind. I would have been live streamer right now. We'd have been talking right now, face to face, and it wouldn't have been like a pre-recorded video. It would have been live, reactions and shit. But, I mean, I know I made lots of uploads, but I'm going to keep this going. Like, this is new, I guess you could call this a new video series, but it's raw, unedited footage of just me talking and documenting my life and talking about my feelings, my emotion, my mind, how it's changed and altered, almost as if an experiment. So that way, like, say, like, 100 years down the road when I pass away, you know, people will be able to use me as research. They'll be able to research how the human body functions and how I, like, you know, reacted to things and this and that, you know? Because in the end, you know, we're all just research for the future generation. You got to think about everybody dies at some point in time, right? So to all the haters out there, man, what's the point of disliking somebody's video and hating on somebody and making them feel like shit when they're going to die someday? You know, nobody lives forever. So why make somebody feel bad while they're alive when you could make them happy while they're alive? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm tired of, like, the toxic communities. I'm tired of every community. It's not just one specific community, too. It's not just Apex. It's literally the world. That's how the world works, and this is what I've been working towards. I'm trying to save the world, and I'm not gonna, you know, people have asked me how am I gonna do it, and what's the point of explaining how am I gonna do it when I could do it with my actions? Right now I'm broke. I have $0. I have nothing to my name. So if I seen a homeless man on the street and I'm broke, you think I could buy him a cheeseburger? No, I can't even buy myself a cheeseburger. You know, and it's just like, I got lots of things, you know, like I said, as you guys could tell, I got lots of stuff going on. But at the same time, I was watching Kobe just before this recording. In fact, I forgot that I was watching Kobe. You see, that's how the human brain works. I completely forgot I was watching Sore Kobe right before this recording. And yeah, I was watching my boy. And yeah, I'm gonna what you call it? I'm gonna continue the video after this recording and just watch it. It's the $50,000 Code Red tournament where he eliminated Doc. Let me tell you something, y'all. If I ever eliminated Dr. Disrespect, I act just like Doc. My cousin used to call me the two-time, you know, that was my personality. I would act like Dr. Disrespect. If you're one of the true fans and you've actually stuck around since the beginning, you know, like when I'm on live stream, like, get him out of here, you know? Send him back to the lobby and stuff. And sometimes I talk about, I'm like, yeah, I'm standing at 6'8" with the 37-inch vertical leap. I fucking love Dr. Disrespect, dude. You know, everybody will always have their opinions on you guys, you know? People are always going to have opinions. People are always going to talk down on you. You got to realize, even your family, your best friend, your mother, your father, even they are going to have negative things to say about you. But you are your own worst enemy. They are not your enemy. You are your own worst enemy. You choose what bothers you, you know? You choose what you let get to you. So don't let negativity get to you. And as much as you're surrounded by it, close yourself out. What I do to get away from everything is I close my door, put on my music, I get medicated, and I just watch videos. I just get lost in my own world. And, you know, I'm at my most, like, comfortable, at my most, like, happy. Oh, no, I can't say my most happy, but I'm at my most, like, comfortable, like, truly, like, me when I'm alone. When I'm around people, I act like somebody I'm not. Like, I'm more of an entertainer. I'm like the class clown. You know, ever since I was a kid, I always tried to fit in with every crowd, you know? It's not just one crowd I tried fitting into, you know? The emo guys, like with the nerds, with the jocks, with the, you know, the hood kids. You know, I was friends with everybody, you know? That's always just how I've been. And, I mean, look at me. I could be a guy. I could be a girl. I could be Wraith. I could be any anime girl I want. I could be any anime character I want. I don't have to be one person, you know? When I used to cosplay Captain Levi, like, I would get lost in the character. I would sometimes, like, my mentality would change, and I would think as if I was Captain Levi. And that's what's gotten me through a lot of my tough times, because I think like Wraith. Like, what would Wraith do? You know, Wraith made it far, so I should be able to as well. Because I look up to them, and I truly do. If Wraith survived, I'm going to survive too. Wraith's like 30 years old, I'm only 20. I'm going to definitely make it as far as Wraith does, you know? So I hope Wraith doesn't die in the lore anytime soon. I highly doubt it. Wraith's the strongest. You know, honestly, even though I don't got, like, the top part, I kind of got the Wraith going on still, though, because, you know, you got the two, like, shits. Excuse, like, kind of Wraith, alright? I know I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, alright? I haven't actually put forth the effort to look like Wraith. I don't got the contacts. I don't got the costume. But soon, my next investment will be the Wraith cosplay, because I think it's going to be a great investment for the channel. Like, imagine I'm cosplaying Wraith while playing Wraith. I think that's when my channel blows up. I think that's, oh my god, I figured out my internet personality, guys! So you know how like everybody's gonna kind of act different in front of people. Like that's the thing. Like when you're alone, you act like your true self, but when you're around people, you know, you kind of like adjust to them. You adjust to how people are. You adjust to their like lingo and stuff. But yeah, I figured out I know how I want my internet personality to be. Cause you know, like for reference, Poppy, like she has that creepy like vibe to her, and in the end she's just a normal human being. She's not really like that in her daily life, I'm sure. Maybe she is, maybe that's what she's into, you never know. But you know, everybody's normal. I'm normal, you're normal. um Shout out to Dylan deserves a shout out, even though Dylan, you know, doesn't like to support the videos as much as he should. And it's not even funny, honestly. I shouldn't have laughed because it's not even funny. Dylan, you need to be supporting the videos, man. Otherwise, STW is going to continue as a solo clan. But yeah, if you guys made it to 20 minutes, you know, if you guys made it this far, damn. But I can see why you guys listen to me blabber on, because I listen to myself blabber on. It's honestly quite interesting. I think sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I'm smart. You know? But yeah, life's as good as you make it, and smile's contagious. So leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Until next time, peace.